Hi everybody, Bob with Knives Town here. Today we're going to take a look at a cold steel knife. This is the mini AK-47. It comes in two sizes, regular and mini. This is the one we're looking at here. This knife is designed by Andrew Demko of Cold Steel, who has designed numerous of their very successful knives. I'm thinking of the Raja series for one. The knife ships in bubble wrap. It comes with a pocket clip that goes on the opposite side. We'll look at that. There we go. Let's get a close-up of there. It's a smaller knife. It's not. It's mini-sized. It's not a full-size knife, but I wouldn't say it's. It's not tiny. It's a good medium-sized knife. Give you a close-up on that. You can see the shape of the handle there, and it's very much like its big brother. There we go. Specs on this knife: that blade is 2 3/4 inches, so that'll be legal in most jurisdictions. The steel is AUS 8A. It is a hollow ground blade, and it is coated with black Teflon coating that reduces friction when cutting. It protects the blade, reduces glare or reflection. Overall length of the knife is 7 1/8 inches, and the handle is made of G10. Good thick G10, which is a very popular material for knife making, handles anyway, scales I should say, but in this case it actually is a handle since there are no liners. Let's take a look at the shape of that blade. It's a drop point, does have a swedge at the top. It's just a smooth, curved belly there. The thickness is 3 millimeters. It has a very sharp point. The edge and the point on this knife are really sharp. As you know, Cold Steel, they like to hone their knives just hair-popping sharp, and this is a good example of that. That hollow ground blade will get you a very sharp edge because it's so thin there at the edge. The blade does come with a thumb ramp on it here, which it functions as a dual thumb stud. You can open that knife with either hand very easily. It also functions as a speed opener. When the knife is clipped in the pants pocket and it's pulled, you can see there's a little gap there. That hooks on the pocket as you're pulling it out, and as you pull that knife out, it catches and opens the knife in one motion. You can see the deep checkering on the handle there. It's really got some very aggressive checkering into that G10, so it grabs the skin. It's very grippy. The pocket clip comes down on some additional texturing bars right here, so when you've got that clipped in your pocket, you can see how that comes right down on that piece. So that's going to clip extra strong in your pocket. It does come with a pocket clip that's shaped to the right side. If you're lefty, you can take this off and there is a space over here for the other pocket clip that I showed you. It does come with a secondary pocket clip, and that fits right in there, and you can just wear it lefty. It does have a lanyard hole, and it does come with this pommel piece here. This is 6061 aluminum, and you can see that it has been shaped so that there is an impact point there. And that's made of aluminum, so it's good and strong, and that can be used as needed. You're probably noticing the finger grooves on this knife, and it really grips into your hand. It really seats well in your hand. Big deep finger groove right there, there, and then your pinky sort of rests on this ramp right here. So it's like that. That's the natural hold right there. Now you could also move your index finger and move. Everybody scoots up one finger groove, and your index finger wraps around here. Now you got to be a little bit careful there. I mean, your thumb will naturally rest on the thumb ramp, and it can be used in this way. You know, just staying careful that you're not moving up onto the blade, of course, because you're ahead of your finger guard there. But it can be used in that way, or it can be stay back here, and it's just as safe and just as good back there. If you have a large hand, you might want to put a lanyard on this here, so that as you're gripping, you would have that extra piece coming off the end there to grab onto. This knife does have a back lock on it, or I suppose I should say a mid lock. It begins there at that midpoint, right above the pommel. And that is a cold steel Triad Lock, which has gained a lot of fame as being a brutally strong lock. It'll support hundreds of pounds. There's no shortage of videos on the internet of these knives with Triad locks being clamped in vices and then weight hung off the handle like this without any harm to the lock, without failure. Andrew Demko designed that lock too, so he's all over this knife. It does have an adjustable pivot. It's a T10, and the pocket clip is removed with T6. So you'll want to have those handy. That's a great little personal tactical knife. You know, it's not something that is so big that you have to worry about the law. It's just a 2 3/4 inch blade, so that's not going to be too much for anybody. It's a very easy carry. It's got a nice feature of that speed opener as you draw it out of your pocket. It's got a good pocket clip. It would ride right about there, so I wouldn't call it a low rider, but it gives you a good amount there, a good amount to pull though on, so you can really get a good grab on it and get it out of your pocket. Righty or lefty works just as well. Razor sharp. Whew. It's really sharp. That's the mini AK-47. That's a good ready knife. All right, well, thanks a lot. I'll see you again.